Listen, what I'm about to tell you will sound completely backwards. It might even make you uncomfortable. But stick with me because by the end of this video, you'll understand why 99% of men are doing the exact opposite of what actually works. And the craziest part, the thing that makes her beg for your attention, is something you're probably terrified to do right now. I know that sounds insane, but I'm going to prove it to you. And when you see how this plays out in real life, you'll wonder why no one ever told you this before, because right now you're probably doing something that feels right, something that feels like the caring thing to do. But it's the very thing that's killing her attraction to you. And I'm going to show you exactly what that is. But first, let me tell you about the mistake that 9 out of 10 guys make. The one that guarantees she'll never see you as more than an option. You've probably made this mistake yourself. I know I did, multiple times. And every single time it pushed her further away. Here's what's really happening. When you beg, and this is going to sting the invisible signal you're sending, and why it destroys everything. Picture this. You're texting her. She takes hours to respond. So what do? You send another message. Hey, just checking in. Or did you see my last text? Maybe you add a funny meme to keep the conversation going. And in your mind, you're being persistent. You're showing interest. You're staying on her radar. But here's what she's actually seeing. And this is the part most men never understand. Every time you double text, every time you chase, every time you try harder, when she pulls back, you're sending one massive signal. I have no other options. Now, you might be thinking, but that's not true. I'm just showing I care. And that's exactly the problem. Because here's something wild that I discovered. The moment she believes you have no other options, her brain does something automatic, something she can't control, even if she wanted to. It categorizes you as low value. Not because you're a bad person, but because scarcity signals value and abundance signals desperation. Wait. Let me show you something even more shocking. There's a psychological principle that explains why this happens. And when you understand it, everything clicks into place. It's called the effort justification principle. And here's how it works in dating. When she has to work for your attention, her brain convinces her that you must be worth it. Because why else would she be putting in effort? But when you hand her your attention for free, constantly, desperately, her brain does the opposite calculation. If he's this available, this eager, this easy to get, he must not have much going on. He must not have other women interested. He must not be the prize. And here's the kicker. She doesn't choose to think this way. It happens automatically below her conscious awareness, which means you can't argue her out of it. You can't explain your way back to attraction. You can't convince her you're valuable while simultaneously proving you're not. So, if begging destroys attraction at this subconscious level, what's the move that does the opposite? What's the thing that makes her brain automatically see you as high value, as someone she needs to chase before she loses you? That's what I'm about to reveal. But first, I need to show you the 3 deadly mistakes that keep men stuck in the begging cycle. Because if you don't eliminate these, nothing else will work. The 3 deadly mistakes and the one most men never even realize they're making. Before we go further, hit that like button if this is already hitting different, because what's coming next is going to flip everything you thought you knew. Let's continue. Here's mistake number 1, and this one's brutal. You're making yourself too predictable. Think about it. When does she reach out to you? When she's bored, when she needs attention, when her other options aren't available. And what do? You respond immediately. Every single time, like clockwork, you're teaching her that you're the backup plan. The sure thing, the safe option that requires 0 effort on her part. But here's where it gets interesting. What if you weren't always available? What if sometimes you were busy? What if she reached out and you didn't respond for 6 hours, or until the next day? Suddenly, you're unpredictable. And unpredictability creates curiosity. And curiosity creates obsession. Now, here's mistake number 2. And this one's even worse. You're seeking her validation instead of living in your own. Every time you ask, "Do you like me?" or "Are we good?" or "Did I do something wrong?" you're handing her all the power. You're making her the judge of your worth. You're putting her in the position to grant or deny your value. And here's the twisted part. The moment you need her validation, you become less attractive to her because attractive men don't ask permission. They don't seek approval. They just are. But mistake number 3, this is the one that keeps you trapped even when you know better. You're afraid of losing her, so you hold on tighter. And the tighter you hold, the more she pulls away. It's like trying to hold water in your hands. The harder you squeeze, the faster it drains out. But what if I told you there's a counterintuitive move that reverses all 3 mistakes at once? What if there's one thing you could do that makes you unpredictable, validates yourself, and removes your fear of loss? It sounds impossible, right? Like it shouldn't work. But it does every single time. And I'm about to walk you through exactly how to do it. The counterintuitive move that flips everything. Here's the move. And I'm warning you, your gut is going to tell you this is wrong. You stop trying to keep her. Not out of anger, not to play games, not to manipulate, but because you genuinely choose yourself first. Now, I know what you're thinking. But won't that push her away? And that's exactly why this works. See, when you're willing to walk away, when you're genuinely okay with losing her, you become the most attractive version of yourself. Because now you're not coming from need, you're coming from choice. And here's where it gets really interesting. When she senses that shift, when she realizes you're not begging anymore, when she notices your attention isn't guaranteed, something happens in her mind. She starts to wonder, wait, where did he go? Why isn't he chasing anymore? Did he find someone else? Was I wrong about him? And that wondering that turns into thinking about you, which turns into missing you, which turns into her reaching out. But here's the catch, and this is crucial. You can't fake this. You can't pretend to be okay with losing her while secretly hoping she comes back. She'll smell that from a mile away. It'll feel like manipulation, and it'll backfire spectacularly. No, you have to actually build a life so good, so full, so rich, that you genuinely don't need her in it. You want her? Sure, but you don't need her. And that difference is everything. Now, let me show you how to actually build that life, because this is where most guys get stuck. They understand the concept, but they don't know the practical steps. So, let me break it down, the step-by-step framework that makes her chase you. Step 1. Disappear strategically. And I don't mean ghost her like a coward. I mean naturally become less available because you're actually busy living. Stop initiating conversations. Stop liking every post. Stop being the first to reach out. But here's the key. You're not sitting at home sulking. You're out building, going to the gym, hanging with friends, working on projects, learning new skills. Your life is expanding while your attention to her is contracting, and she'll notice. Step 2. Create social proof without trying. When you do post on social media, it's not about her. It's about your life, your wins, your experiences, and naturally, other people are in those photos. Other women exist in your world. You're not rubbing it in her face. You're just living. But she's seeing it, and it's registering. Huh? He seems fine. Actually, he seems better than fine. And wait, who's that girl in the background? That thought right there, that's the beginning of her chasing you. Step 3, and this is the one that seals the deal. When she does reach out, and she will, you respond differently. Not with excitement, not with, "Oh my God, I missed you." Not with paragraphs of explanation, just casual, friendly, brief, like you're genuinely busy, but happy to hear from her. "Hey, yeah, I've been good. Crazy busy with work and training for this marathon. How have you been? See what happened there. You didn't chase. You didn't explain your absence. You just casually mentioned you've been living, and now she wants to know more. She wants to be part of what you're building. She wants back in. Step 4. Control the pace. Don't immediately fall back into old patterns. Don't become instantly available again. She suggests hanging out. Yeah, I'm free. Thursday evening, 7:00 p.m. work for you. Specific time. Clear plan. No desperation. Just a man who has a schedule and is making room for her. This is what high-value men do. They don't drop everything. They fit people into their already full life. And here's what happens when you execute this framework correctly. She goes from barely responding to initiating conversations. She goes from being busy to making time for you. She goes from treating you like an option to treating you like the priority. But here's the wild part, the psychological shift that makes this permanent. This isn't just about getting her attention. It's about fundamentally changing how she sees you. See, when you were begging, you were in her available category, the guy she knows she can have whenever she wants. But the moment you stopped begging, the moment you pulled back, you moved categories. Now you're in the scarce category, the guys she has to work for, the guys she might lose. And human psychology is hardwired to value what's scarce, to want what we might not get. It's the same reason people camp outside stores for limited edition products. The same reason auction prices skyrocket in the final seconds. Scarcity creates desire. Abundance creates indifference. And by becoming scarce, by having standards, by building a life that doesn't revolve around her, you become the thing she desires. Not because you manipulated her, but because you genuinely became more valuable. You're not the same guy who was begging. You're the upgraded version, the version that chose himself, the version that other women want. And she sees all of it. Now I know this seems almost too good to be true, like it shouldn't work this easily, but I've seen this play out hundreds of times. Guys who made this shift and watched their entire dating life transform. The woman who was ignoring them, suddenly interested. The woman who friend-zoned them, suddenly flirting. The woman who took them for granted, suddenly worried about losing them. It's not magic, it's psychology. It's understanding what actually drives attraction and having the discipline to execute it. Look, I get it. When you like someone, everything in you wants to do more, to prove yourself, to show how much you care. But that's exactly what's been keeping you stuck. You've got to do the opposite. Not because you don't care, but because you care about yourself more. And when you finally put yourself first, when you build a life you're proud of, when you stop begging and start living, something shifts. You stop needing her approval. You stop fearing her rejection. You stop playing small. And that's when she starts begging for your attention instead. If this hit you differently, drop the word thank you in the comments. And smash that subscribe button because we're just getting started on this journey. Remember, you're not here to beg. You're here to build.